the reasons that I wanted to write the book was just to show a woman thinking about this, because I think there weren't any representations that I'd ever seen of a woman asking herself this question. So if you don't even know that other women are asking it, then you don't ask yourself that question in as thorough a way. Because you think, oh, I shouldn't be asking this question. This is ridiculous. Other women all know, and I don't have the permission. But somehow seeing somebody do that in a book gives you permission, maybe. And I just wanted to make a space for that in the world. You know, I thought the answer that I was asking was yes or no. Yes, I want a child, or no, I don't. But the answer that I came to was different from either of those. And I realized that asking that question was not a big enough question, because the question of yes, I want a child, no, I don't want a child, it really doesn't matter either way. You can have a child or not have a child, and you'll be fine either way, or not fine either way. But what's your relationship to what you choose? What's your relationship to your own understanding of why you do the things you do? That's almost more important. Like for me, almost just the fact that I asked the question so seriously of myself was more important than coming to an answer. It was just important for me in the end that I took this question seriously, and I took the fact that I had a choice seriously. You know, and that's what I was afraid was going to happen, was that I was going to look back on my life not having asked and answered this question, or not having taken it seriously. And I didn't want to just be unconscious in this. I just wanted to think about it, and that's what I did. So I feel satisfied in that. I don't think I'll ever be 100% sure, oh, I did the right thing in not having a child, because there's always something you lose with every choice you make. Initially, it was going to be a nonfiction book, and I was going to interview lots of different women about their experiences being mothers or being not mothers, and everything in between, so that I could figure out what I wanted to do, whether I wanted to have a child or not. And then I realized I wasn't going to find the answer to that by talking to other people. I would have to look at myself, and I would have to think about what it means that I can't find the answer. Why don't I know what I want to do? And what are the forces that are preventing me from knowing? So the book at that point changed from a nonfiction book to a novel, and something very interior and very lonely and very private. Because it seemed to me like the important thing to do was not to sort of do a survey of the world, but to look really closely at my own thoughts and feelings. Sometimes my friends and I do the tarot. I don't believe in astrology, but I like different techniques for storytelling. Not because I think that they tell you the truth, but because whatever they tell you, you can interpret in your own way, and it brings you closer to the truth. Yeah, I write whatever I feel like writing about that day. And maybe I don't know how it's going to fit in yet. Maybe it seems like it's not going to fit in, but I'll still write it because I think, well, perhaps in a year I'll know how it fits. So I really trust what I want to write that day, because you just don't know. The unconscious is so smart, you know? There's a part of you that knows before you know. So you gotta let that part act, because it's smarter than you. And always when you're writing, you think, this is not gonna work out. Like there's some days when you think I'm the greatest writer who's ever lived, and then there's some days when you think I'm absolutely the worst. You sort of alternate, you go back and forth. And I've now come to the place where I think that's necessary. It's necessary to think you're the greatest, and it's necessary to think you're the worst, because when you think you're the worst, you sort of work harder in one way, or you let it alone and you don't work on it at all, which maybe is useful. And then when you think you're great, that gives you a certain energy and a kind of confidence that is also very important when you're writing. So I think you need to feel both things. And I think every writer I know feels both things.